idea what has happened, but I'm going to answer the question and then I'm going to go and enjoy my oats. So the question was someone had, if you're seeing this, by the way, I hope that you see this because I was about to answer your question, but my YouTube app crashed. So I'm just going to answer your question. Hopefully that you see this. Okay. So the question was I have 100K invested in stocks. What should I invest in next? And I was beginning to give my answer. So I hope you see this, my friend. I think the name was Naveen. This is for you. I'm giving you a personal answer. The first is congratulations. You are richer than most of the people in the world. That should not be taken lightly. You worked very hard to get there. So congratulations. Okay. That puts you in the top 1% of the entire globe. Congratulations. Second thing, recognize that your life is about enjoyment, not just money. I need to say that because someone who is $10 million in might be thinking how to get to 20. And if you don't know when you are enough, then you're always going to be asking that same question. You're going to get to a 1 million and you're going to say, okay, how do I get to two? You do need to think about the purpose of money, which is to enjoy your life. So don't just keep going without actually ever asking yourself, what is the point of getting money? It's to enjoy your life. For example, I wanted to travel the world and not work another job. And I knew that when I had nothing. Now that I have money, I don't need more money because I'm living exactly the life that I wanted to live. Okay. So to answer your question, should you buy an apartment? Yes and no. You need to compare investment strategies based on potential return on investment, cash on cash. I think that's the way that makes the most sense. And you can do it over a period of 5 to 10 or 15 years because it doesn't make sense year by year because the markets are different. Now, in the last 10 years, Bitcoin has given arguably the best investment of all time, right? In terms of cash on cash return. Now, that doesn't mean that it's only the only investment that you need to make, but it has given the best cash on cash return, even with the 50%, 67% drops. That's one answer. Two, the purpose of what you're investing for is going to matter. Are you investing for cash flow or are you investing for just to increase your net worth? Because investing for cash flow, you might want to invest in starting a business. If you've ever run a business before, then you might want to consider starting a business. Sorry, buying a business, starting a business that actually gives you cash flow. I feel richer with cash flow, which is why I like businesses. Real estate is second to that, but I like cash flow. So then I like having a couple $1,000 coming in that I can live off of while I continue to get richer. So then, if you're actually investing for cash flow, that might influence your choice. If you want to see that $100,000 that you have increase to $200,000, then you need to be comfortable with putting your money away in something that may not pay you for 10 years, right? So, for example, if you're going to leave your money in an investment for 10 years, then probably Bitcoin is going to be one of the best investments that you make. Outside of that, you have other investments that pay you 15%, 18%. You have ETFs that pay you 18% a year. Um, you have, what else? You have private lending where you can do short-term lending, that those 25%. Obviously, there's a risk in that 25%, 30%, but that's short-term lending. You have so many different avenues to do this. But understand that nothing comes without risk. And so, my recommendation to you is that you need to understand what you're investing for. If you're going for cash flow, then I would recommend you investing in businesses that make sense for you. Understand which businesses give you the most cash flow, usually businesses that have the highest margin. These tend to be businesses that have, less machinery, but more are more online. So if you have a high margin business, this, for example, a lot of people are into education now. A lot of people are into anything to do with software, anything, these type of businesses tend to have high cash flow recurring revenue based models. So these are really good businesses to start. Real estate, even though it has cash flow, may not be the best cash flow for you. And also, I want you to recognize that real estate isn't passive. And depending on the area, it doesn't mean that you're always going to make more money than you put in, right? Things can go bad in real estate. So you actually do need to have some type of strategy. Should you buy an apartment if you've never bought an apartment before? Maybe not. However, if you're doing all of them together, okay, so think about this. I like to recommend if you're doing the big three. How you doing, man? We're talking about strictly business right now. I know this is not my usual thing. However, obviously, as someone who's retired before 30, I have a lot to say about business and real estate and investing. As someone who is into money a lot, business, real estate, and investing is something that you need to be a part of. Real estate has tax savings that the other two don't. Investing, obviously, stocks long term. This is like your safety net, and businesses are the top people in the world by net worth, they own businesses, right? It's not real estate that got them there. It's not just investing. It's businesses that produce a lot of cash flow. So businesses will get you there the fastest. They can make you richest the fastest. So if you're looking to get rich the fastest, then learn how to do business. Learn how to do marketing, learn how to do